I wanted to make this video yesterday, but I didn't have the opportunity. I just wanted to say that Sourcefed is my absolute favorite video channel, and it is the only YouTube channel that I am subscribed to where I will actually sit through and watch every single video that they upload. Every single one. I have seen every single video they've ever made. But lately, I find myself becoming increasingly angered by the content of their videos. Mostly due to the fact that the hosts have begun saying things that piss me off. Let's start with Steve. I have lost all respect for him. All. It started with simple things like Tim and Eric, which was total crap, and Nacho Libre, which it was not quite as bad as Tim and Eric, but still total crap. The thing, though, that really ticked me off about Steve, though, was all the crap he said about the Eagles. And all I had to say is, fuck you, Steve. The Eagles have had plenty of hit songs. Plenty. Take It Easy. The Long Run. Peaceful Easy Feeling. Take It to the Limit. But the thing that pissed me off the most is when he said that they covered Desperado. Fuck you, Steve. Desperado is an Eagles original. It was written by Don Henley and Glenn Frey. Okay? Everyone else covers them. So in case I didn't say it before, fuck you, Steve. It may seem like I'm overreacting a bit, but I am very passionate about music, and I love the Eagles. So in case I didn't already say it, fuck you, Steve. Anyways, there was all that crap with Elliot and the others the other day about the friend zone, and I already did an entire video with talking about my feelings on that. But then they decided to talk about remakes, and it took me half an hour to watch that video just because I had to stop every few seconds to rant and rave about how much I disagreed with everything they were saying. And here's my brief opinion on remakes, and they are neither good nor bad. It all depends on how well it's done. I hate the idea of Hollywood only trying to piggyback on the success of others, but I also understand that sometimes newer technology can make a story easier to tell for newer generations to take in and stuff. The best example I can think of is Angels in the Outfield. That's my favorite remake because I saw it as a kid before I knew it was a remake, and I loved it. Danny Glover and Christopher Lloyd, they were amazing, and it was a great movie. I fell in love with it, and then when I got the chance, I looked at the original, and I honestly I couldn't connect with it. I couldn't stand it. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, I couldn't connect with it. I'm just sitting there like bored off my ass the whole time. And so in my opinion, liking one doesn't necessarily mean you have to hate the other one. I mean, if just because one good doesn't make the other one automatically crap. Like me, I actually liked the Godzilla remake because Matthew Broderick, Hank Azaria, they are two of my favorite actors. And the Godzilla that they made, honestly, it wasn't too bad. It looked pretty cool. I liked the graphics that they did. But I do love the originals too. I love with Godzilla vs. Mothra, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Those are fucking classics. But that doesn't mean I have to hate the remake. I like the remake. I mean, was it flawed? Yes. It was not. It's not but I think it was. It's a movie that I really don't mind sitting through. I'm not a Star Wars geek or anything, so I don't really think. I'm not really a geek or a nerd or anything else of that nature. I never actually liked the original Star Wars movies. The first people, for some reason, they seem to think of the prequel trilogy as a remake or somewhat. But for me, it's a prequel. That's all it is. It adds to the story that you already have. And for me, I honestly never really liked the original Star Wars because Well, for one thing, the villains weren't scary at all. You know, it's just like it's a guy on a fucking respirator, like I can't fucking breathe in this thing. Those of you who have seen Spaceballs, you know what that means. But anyways, no, the villain wasn't scary. The whole thing about the Force was just, you know, crap. And it's just, I mean, you know, Luke was making out with his sister. What? I mean, the whole thing, I just never liked Star Wars. But then the prequel trilogy came out, and it made me like Star Wars because I got to see the transformation of this young, innocent boy into, you know, kind of the greatest evil that's ever been known, technically, at least according to their universe, whatever, even though he's really just Darth Sidious's bitch. But still, you get to see this young, innocent boy who only wants to help people and make a difference in his world suddenly transform into this huge, evil motherfucker that everyone hates. And he's just going around killing people, and it's just, it makes it a very sad story. It's like watching an opera, a tragic opera with just, I guess, but I mean, for me, the original trilogy is, I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's bad, but for me, it wasn't worth watching until the prequel trilogy was made, because now, watching all 6 of them in a row, it just, you get to see the tragic opera unfolding, you know, this young boy who just has, you know, he has this great destiny, and just all this tragedy befalls him and stuff. It's just, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, for me personally, like, the fight between Luke and Vader is, you know, is as intense as the fight between Obi and Anakin, because it's like father versus son in a battle to decide the fate of the universe. And it doesn't really matter about the graphics and all that crap. I really don't care. I think they're both great stories. That's all that really matters to me. And the 6 of them, I can't look at them separately. You know, when people say Star Wars, I think of all 6 movies. It's all one series. And hopefully, I don't really care what kind of graphics Disney throws at us with their remake, with their new shit that they're doing, but I just hope Part 7 enhances the story. That's what I'm hoping for, that it makes it better, that it's not necessarily trying to take away from anything. Anyways, what I originally wanted to say was that the thing that pissed me off the most about that video was when Lee said that everything's been done, because that is total bullshit. The human brain has unlimited potential, and I personally feel that we have barely even scratched the surface. By my calculations, we've used less than 5% of what the human imagination has to offer us. People always, for one thing, people like to try and generalize. It's like, well, I had this movie about a guy who he goes back in time. Oh, time travel, it's been done before. I don't want to see that crap. It's been done. It's old. You can't do that. And that's kind of shit pisses me off. I mean, not every time travel movie is exactly the same. I mean, there's only so many different genres you can really put something in. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing new that can be done within those genres. There's always a new twist you can throw in, a new way to tell the story, a new wrinkle, a new character. There's always something different to be done that you just haven't thought of yet. And that's kind of what makes the future so scary and exciting as well, because, you know, we don't know what else is out there until someone throws it at our faces. Anyways, I'm losing track. I'm rambling on and on. Basically, the main thing I wanted to say is that, especially this week, I have just been very, very disappointed in Sourcefed.